I think the key thing really is that we can do personalization. Users do respond better when they feel connected to the message that they've got. We know that, and we know that it's always a struggle to get people to do surveys. So let's just do what we can, little bits here and there. Let's personalize it as much as we can to make people feel connected to the survey coming out, and hopefully they'll engage a bit better. We can through Communicate Pro do very powerful features around automating it, via API, via a trigger, or scheduling a bulk load to go out in one go. Anyone who's been using Communicate Pro for a while knows that you can easily do a scheduled message. But did you also know that you can trigger those messages as well via an API? Now, I think that's always a good question, and people always sit back a little bit when they find that out. Say, okay, so we don't need to send it all in one go. We can do it on a per basis when we need to. And as we move down here, fully interactive, it's a survey, but it doesn't mean that you have to be constrained to maybe just one or two specific answers, right? We want it to be as interactive as possible. We want people to be able to say what they want, and obviously leads into open-ended responses. We want people to be able to give you the knowledge and the information that that someone wants to be able to give you, because it gives you and your organization the knowledge and the skills and awareness to be able to change either business process, to understand what your customers want better, and help you grow as an organization towards getting better NPS scores and better customer satisfaction. It's all based off a decision tree matrix at the back end. So whilst we could have just a very basic, what's this question, what's your answer, what's the next question, what's your answer, we can also dive out into quite a complex or much deeper conversation with a customer, with more tailored questions, should that be required. Or if I'm an unhappy customer, send me the right question to try and understand that better, or to help me feel a little bit better about you as an organization, that you're listening and caring, rather than just a bog standard or the generic next question. Try and make people feel that much more engaged with the questions, and give them a reason to maybe try and change their perception as you go through it. But once again, it's all about trying to make sure that you ask the right questions to the right people and get as much information as you can back from them. On the bottom left, we've got emojis. Now, I love emojis, especially in an SMS survey, because A, they add a bit of color, but B, they make it fun and they make it friendly. And in the right circumstances, a fun and friendly atmosphere in a message make people engage better. And that's what this is all about, right? You want to make people be more engaged with the survey, with the message, to try and get a good response, get an accurate response, or as we find with a lot of customers, trying to get a response, right? And when we do get all of that information, when we do get all that data, the big question is, what do we do with that information? What do we do with that data? Everything that we do within an SMS survey, we can store all the responses from the customer. We know timestamps against their responses. What do you want us to do with that data? And that's the big question. As a customer, you may have your own BI tools, or an analyst team who want to go through this in detail. We can get all that information for them, and they can do that. Like I said, we store the data. So we can send it to your analyst team. We could send it to an existing, feed it into an existing platform of yours that you have as well. So the key thing is the data is collected, the data is there. We just need to understand what we're going to do with that. And this is the big piece around that. Just engage your account director, engage your TPM when you're thinking about planning for an SMS survey, and they can advise you and they can help you get everything set up at the beginning, to make sure that the information flows into the right place.